Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We're going to do a session on the stocks to watch for this coming week and also illustrate, was there a market reversal signal on Friday? As was illustrated, there was a bearish engulfing signal in the oversold area on Friday. Now look at the change of investor sentiment. We had some up days in this downtrend. This was a signal, showed a bounce. This wasn't a signal, not quite a hammer signal. This wasn't a signal, not a kicker signal. This wasn't a signal. These were merely up days in a downtrend. Notice the difference though. Wednesday, a doji. Thursday, a doji. But today there was a bearish engulfing signal, meaning on Friday. Now remember what the logic is from Japanese rice traders. If you see a candlestick buy signal in the oversold area, that is relevant. If you see a candlestick buy signal in the overbought area, that doesn't mean very much. If you see a candlestick sell signal in the overbought area, that means something. If you see a candlestick sell signal in the oversold area, that doesn't mean very much. But it has a hidden meaning based upon or coming from the Japanese rice traders' perspective. If you see a bearish engulfing signal in the oversold area, that's usually your last gap selling. Start watching for a buy signal. Also notice the trajectory. Pretty much down. Now for the past few days we're starting to go sideways. It'll become more evident if we see a bullish trading day on Monday or a bullish harami. Watch for that same scenario in the NASDAQ. Bullish harami, doji, spinning top, bearish engulfing in the oversold area. Look how it's flattening out though. It'll be important to see how the markets react on Monday, but any sideways trading would give you the clear evidence that the selling may have stopped. Now they're in the basing period. And a major advantage that we have with candlestick analysis is we can see where the buying is coming in. Notice HEP, one of the oil and gas pipelines, a bullish engulfing and a bullish confirmation closing above the T-line, making this area fill in the gap the target. MPlex, MPlex, oil and gas pipelines. Why? This is where reverse engineering is instigated by the candlestick signals. Why would they be buying the oil and gas pipelines? We may not as individuals have the time, intelligence, or capacity to figure out why they'd be buying the pipelines. Maybe it's because Trump could be going back to the Saudi Arabians and saying, call off this oil war with Russia. It's not doing the world economies any good. That could be. We don't have to know. All we have to know is that somebody is buying down here in the oversold area, and it's usually the smart money. Notice the entry strategy for MPlex. A morning star signal. Now a doji right here at the T-line. If it opens positive, what do we expect from a doji? That it's going to trade positive. If it opens positive, what do we expect in this pattern setup? The same magnitude candle here as back here. Then what do you have? A morning star signal followed by a doji sandwich or your McMuffin. We now have the evidence to anticipate a very strong entry point because somebody is starting to buy the oil and gas pipelines. They're also buying the oil and gas refineries. Look at the series of indecisive trading here on DK. And then Friday, they did a little doji gap up through the T-line. What's our next likely targets? Here and here. The same scenario in EQM. Lots of indecision down here. Spinning top, hanging man, hammer. Hammer doji, spinning top, gap up through the T-line. When you start seeing a number of stocks in the same sector being bought, that's not just a fluke to that individual stock. That's telling you they're buying that whole sector. There's a lot of stocks being bought. This is the type of information we discuss in our members area on Monday nights, where we can identify which sectors are acting the strongest and analyze what the overall market is doing, giving us a much more heads up of where the money is starting to come in so that we're ahead of everybody and hopefully be at the beginning of an uptrend. So thank you for watching. Again, the stocks to watch right now are in the oil patch. So come join us in our members area. Remember, we're not trying to anticipate or make conjectures of what stocks or what sectors are acting the strongest. We're just following the charts to tell us which ones are acting the strongest. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.